Hello there, welcome to another Git tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to talk about a productivity tool for Git. As you can see on the screen, we are going to talk about Oh My Zsh. Okay, so if you have seen my previous tutorials, you might have seen me using some shortcuts for the Git commands. Okay, accidentally I have used those commands sometimes in my tutorials, but I have mentioned that you don't have to use it as of now. You just have to use those general Git commands in order to proceed with this tutorial, right? But now in this tutorial we are going to talk about those shortcuts. Okay, so as you can see, um, on the screen, what we are talking about. All right, so we are going to talk about Oh My Zsh. This is an amazing tool that allows you to use those long Git commands in a very small word. Just one word you use, and you'll be able to use those long commands. For example, you might have seen me using gst instead of using the git status, right? So something similar to this, there are many aliases that exists when we use this tool. Okay, and this will allow you to do faster, run those git commands very quickly and very efficiently. Okay, so let's see few of them as an example. All right, see, as you can see here, see the bunch of commands that this JSH allows you to do. Okay, so instead of using this git add, this big command git add, you can simply use this small alias ga. If you want to use git add all, you can simply use this gaa. All right, so you can see there's so many things that this allows you to do. All right, and this is just few of them that I'm showing here. All right, apart from these, there are a lot of others that you can use. Okay, so here you can see for the branching. Okay, instead of typing this big command, it's not that big like git branch, but yeah, for git branch you can use simply gb. So suppose you want to delete a branch. Okay, so here you can see that you can use this command also, gbd. But if you forget this command, for example, you don't want to use this or this, you can use, for delete, you can use this command along with flag, this flag. So for example, you can use like this gb -d, okay, or hyphen delete. So that will also work. So it's not that these commands work individually, just individually, right? So this is nothing but using, for example, if you are using gb, so when you are using gb, you are simply using this git branch command. Okay, so whatever applies to this git branch, okay, will also apply to this. Okay, so it's that simple. Okay, and it makes your life very easy. For example, let me show you a few more things. See, for git checkout you can use this, right? Git checkout we use. So instead of using that, you can also use gco. Okay, and if you want to create a branch along with checkout, you can use gcb. These are very frequently used command that you are going to use. Okay, for the cherry picking, again, instead of using this git cherry pick, you can use gcp, and that will work. Okay, let me show you a few more things. I love these logging commands especially. So instead of writing this whole long commands, so in the previous tutorials you might have seen I was using like this get log and then one line. This I was using one line. So this I was using a lot, right? So along with this one line, you can also provide decorate, right? Decorate and then graph. So these will show those git history in really nice format. Okay, so see here you can use this also, you can use this also. Okay, so if you want to add all, so all you have to do is use g log a. Okay, similarly you'll be also using this glg command a lot. Okay, so git log stat, so it will show you all the git log along with the stats of that commits in the log history. Okay, so what all files got changed, so that also you can see in this command, and for that all you have to type is glg for it. So see here you have seen all those shortcuts. Let me show you a few more for the pull and push. Okay, so here Okay, I think I haven't taken here. So suppose you have made some changes in your local and you want to push it to upstream. By upstream I mean actual stream upstream or your origin. Okay, origin, anything. Okay, either you want to push to origin or upstream. By upstream, what I mean, so for open source contribution or when you are working in a team, you fork your repo from this to your repo, right? So your fork repo is called origin and the original one is called the upstream. Okay, so in order to push the change from your local to the origin, suppose you are on a branch. Okay, you are on a branch, any branch, doesn't matter what is the name of this branch. From this branch of your local repo you want to push to origin, all you have to do is use this gg push command. Okay, instead of writing this whole thing, git push origin and then the branch name. Okay, this branch name could be main or master or anything, feature, whatever you are, you have kept the name of your branch. So using these shortcuts, instead of writing whole thing, you can simply use these. And in order to pull the change, again you can use simply gg pull. So these are very frequently commands that you can use when you are when you are using the JDSH. Okay, and this will make your life very easy. Similarly, if you want to pull changes from the upstream, you can use commands like glum. Okay, so it's like pulling up upstream then the main. So this is specific to the main branch. Okay, now let me show you how you can set it up and where you can find all the information about this. So just go and search on the Google Oh My Zsh and you'll find this home page here. Okay, this is the main page. Okay, from here it will tell you how to install. If you click on this install, it will take you to this command. Okay, so here you can see Oh My Zsh works best on Mac OS or Linux. All right, so for Windows you can't use this. For Windows it only allows you to use with the Linux flavor itself. Let me show you that also. So if you open this GitHub, okay, on the GitHub you will find the informations. Okay, so here you can see, so it allows you to use on Windows WSL2. What is WSL2? You can simply Google it, it will tell you. Okay, so this is feature Windows that allows you user to run a Linux environment directly within the Windows. So this is like a subsystem, right? Subsystem provided by the Windows nowadays. But yeah, I mean, I still don't prefer this. For Windows, you can, if you are really into ZSS command, what you can do is you can use some hack. Okay, what I mean by those hack is you can create aliases. All right, similar to these aliases that I have shown here. Similar to these aliases, you can create for Windows, and you can simply allow these commands to run from your Windows command line or PowerShell. That way also you can do it. Yeah, now coming back to actual use case, the real tool that is ZSH provide, okay, that you can use on your Linux or Mac OS. Okay, so in order to install it, all you have to do is simply run this command. Okay, simply run this command. So if you go here, it will tell you different ways to install it. You can use curl, okay, and simply run this command and you will be able to install it immediately. Okay, after installing it, in order to see, now you are running this command and this is going to set up, this is going to make changes to your terminals. Okay, your bash, and it is going, so if you don't use it, your terminal will be controlled by that bash rc. Okay, but when you use it, it will create another file .zshrc in your home directory. Okay, and from there all the commands will be controlled in your terminal. Okay, now you can say like, hey, I'm going to run this, what is it is going to do with my machine, all those environment and thing. So for that, just to be on safe side, you can copy this, and you can simply open it and you can read all those commands what it is going to do. Okay, so you can simply go through these commands and read through it and make sure this is not going to harm you anything. Okay, so yeah, if you are shell script expert, you can just read it through. Nowadays you can use LLM tools, just feed this and ask it, is there anything malicious this is going to do to my machine, okay, like that. So you can just read through it, just find about anything if you're just worried. Now once the installation is done, in order to use uh, ZSH for Git, you have to add the plugin, okay. So all you have to do is go to this this file, open this file, and you'll find this plugins, okay, inside that file. Let me show you quickly. Okay, so let me quickly show you this. Let me copy it, paste it. I'm using Vim, so I'll type Vim. So from here you can see this whole file, okay. From here you can see this whole file, and in this file let's find this plugin, okay. So here you can see that I have added this plugin as Git. Let me zoom in a bit more. So you can see that I have added this plugins as Git. So after adding this plugin as Git, you will be able to use all those shortcuts. All right. So along with this Git, ZSS provides you so many other things. For example, say, so in order to switch directory, I don't have to use CD. Okay, I can type ls and see here you can see that I have this directory. In order to go into this directory, I don't have to type cd and then git examples like this. Instead, what I can do is I can simply type git examples slash and I'll go into that directory. Okay, so these kinds of shortcuts are also provided by the ZSS, and it will make your life very easy. Okay, so along with that, now you, after setting it up, after setting this plugin, Git plugin, you can use all those shortcuts. All right, so once you have set up this plugin, you can start using this. Okay, now with this plugin, if you want to make your terminals little bit pretty to look, you can also set the themes. Okay, you can check out the list of themes. Okay, and you can use those ZSS themes. All you have to do is again go back in this ZSHRC file and set the theme name. Okay, you save it and you can come back, restart your terminal, and you'll start seeing those themes. Okay, so it might look something like this. Okay, as you can see here on the screen, it might look something like this, or if you change the theme, it will look a bit differently. So you can simply experiment with it, and whatever theme you like, you can use that. Okay, now coming back to actually using those shortcuts. Now if you see what shortcuts are available, you can simply come here in the plugins. Okay, and in the plugin you can find the Git. See, we are using this Git plugin, right? So if you open this Git, you will see all these aliases that you can use. Okay, now some of these aliases are going to be deprecated. This is the deprecation list. Here you can see. So earlier we could use gzpull. Instead of that, now is recommended is gzl. So just look through this as well. Okay, read through these lists, and make sure you are using the latest one. And these doesn't change very frequently. I'm still able to use gzpull. I believe this was kept like a long ago, but still I'm able to use it, and this also works. Okay, so let's see some of the example in the terminal. Okay, so suppose I'm in this terminal. Now I want to check the status. All I have to do is type gst, and you can see I'm able to see status. I want to, now there are some changes here I've made. I want to commit this change. So what I can do, I can add ga dot. If you check the status again, you can see it is added. So to use git add, you can use ga. And now I want to commit. So for commit, you can use gc -m. I'm going to provide some message. Okay, work tree commit. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. You can see it is committed already. Okay, so this is very simple to use. Okay, now I'm done with the commit. I want to check out to different branch, and in order to check out to another branch, I'm going to just check how many branches exist here. I'm going to type gb. So you can see there's a lot of other branches available. Okay, now I want to merge this branch, work tree feat 1 to main branch. What I can do, I can check out to main branch. Okay, like this, simple. And now I want to merge this branch into the main branch. What I can do, I can use simply gm, and then I can provide the branch name. Hit enter. You can see it's merged. Isn't it really easy to do with ZSH, right? Now I want to I want to push this change to my GitHub. So for that, I can check remote. So I have origin. Okay, so all I have to do is gg push. I can run. If I hit gg push, here you can see there are some things like, okay, it's not able to push but it tried to push, right? So what I can do is I can force push it, right? So for that I can do gg push f, and it will push. It pushed the changes to this branch, okay, to this GitHub repo. So I can open it, I can check it, see. So 1 minute ago this file got merged. All right, so it's that simple. We can, you know, use ZSH to ease our life. Okay, now you'll say, okay, so with that, you know, you can explore all the concepts, you know, available in the Git, and just go through these list, this list here, okay, this list, and, you know, note it down, whatever command that you use very frequently, okay, and use these commands, and slowly, you know, it won't take much time. Within a week you'll get used to it, and you can write these commands very fast. For example, glg, if I type, I can see all these commit messages, you know, all these commit messages with the changes, with the stats of the commits, okay, all this history with the stats. And I don't want to look into the stats, I just want to look into the commits and the branch information. So for that you can simply type glog, and you can see, right, it's like one line decorate and graphs. So here you can see all those commits and on which branch these commit exists, and, you know, head is pointing where and all. Okay, all right, so just read through these commands and practice it, and within no time you'll, you know, become very fluent, very, you know, you'll get used to all these things. All right, I hope this was helpful.